many of you who had asked me to speak on Saundarya Lahari. It is one of my most favorite stotras. Whenever I read, I feel that lahar, that waves of love and beauty flowing in me. I also wanted to speak on the subject matter, but it took me so many years to muster that courage to speak, because Adi Shankaracharya's word, how am I going to explain it? And especially when you read the Sanskrit here, and then my whole effort is to explain in very simple language. There are so many commentaries on Saundarya Lahari, but when you read the commentaries, many times you will be completely lost because of the Advaitic representations or the esoteric meanings where the mantras are encrypted. So many things are there. So sometimes to bring out that bhavana, that feeling, that emotion is very difficult while you are reading the commentaries. And my prayer to my gurus is always that when I speak on subject matter of Ma Lalita, like Lalita Sasnam or anything, I want to make it very simple. I want to speak in a very simple word so that it connects with the heart of people. I don't want to give too much of knowledge where it does not connect. And that was the reason why I was actually not getting any permission, because now I realize that probably Adi Shankaracharya, I prayed to him like crazy. Probably Adi Shankaracharya's eyes was on me. And I'm going to share this story of my experience, because when anybody, not only me, anyone, if they take a resolution or a determination that they are going to speak on this subject matter, I'm telling you, all the gurus of the universe, past, present, the Guru Paramparas, they are looking at you and they want to help you. They want to give their blessings to you. And I feel that every series that I have made, without their blessings, I can't speak even a single word. That's how it works for me. Unless I feel that energy in me, unless I feel that flow of the blessings in me, I won't be able to open my mouth also. So with the with Saundarya Lahari also the same thing. I kept praying. I attempted 2-3 times and then I was like, no, I can't speak. But 6 months ago, I feel that I got the blessings straight from Adi Shankaracharya, and I'm going to tell you that story, what happened. 6 months ago, I was out of blue, like there was no reason, okay, but then I was called in Kashmir. From childhood till date, I have grown up hearing Srinagar is the capital of Kashmir. Never in my mind have I ever related Srinagar to the land of Ma Sri Lalita, to the land of Sri Vidya. Never ever. It never clicked. We say Sri Mata lives in Srinagar. She is Srinagar Vasini. There is a mantra, there is a name for her. Yet, never did I connect that the same Srinagar in Kashmir is the place of Sri Vidya. I never connected that. And I think that was lacking. Adi Shankaracharya's blessing. Literally, I was called to Kashmir. I had fears of Kashmir. Because the media has projected Kashmir as a land of trouble, so much fights happening, and we never feel that it's a part of our country. It is somewhere else. It's only problems over there. Even it's beautiful, but not our place. We don't connect with Kashmir. But somehow 6 months ago, I was literally called there. In fact, when I was going, my husband is like, "Really, you want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And we went there. And while I was in Kashmir, when I got at the airport, I was a little scared. Where have I come? Is this my land? Not a lot of Hindus around, a lot of Muslim influence in that state. So I'm like, I don't know why I have come here, but let's see, whatever it is. While I was in Kashmir, I went to a place called Pahalgam. Now this is very interesting. I went to Pahalgam, and in Pahalgam there is a river called Lidar. Our tour guide, he was a Muslim. Everybody, wherever you meet there's a Muslim population there. So they took us, but very nice people. I'm telling you, people of Kashmir is one of the sweetest people I have met in my entire India trip. I've gone to many places, but the way media has projected and spoken negative about Kashmir, I think it is very bad that we have been disconnected from such a great land and such lovable people. Such lovable people. So my tour guide, he took me to Lidar, and I was from Lidar, the place, there's a river flows there. In that river, I sat down meditating. After that point, till the point where he took us, after that point starts the Amarnath Yatra. When I was there, the Amarnath Yatra had not started yet. So I just decided to sit down and meditate. And I'm telling you, while I was meditating, the river flows just like Ganges in the Himalayas. What I experienced with the Ganges in the Himalayas, I experienced same with the Lidar Nadi here in Kashmir. And Amarnath Yatra is pretty far from there. It is not very close, the cave. And while I'm sitting and meditating on those, I have a habit of meditating on the sound of river. First I look at it and then I'm one with it. I was meditating and slowly I am hearing the verses of Soundarya Lahari going on in me. Not only the verses of Soundarya Lahari, the meanings of it, some of it, the forms of it. I have been chanting it for years, but not the way I experienced in Kashmir. The sound of the river was carrying this sound of Soundarya Lahari verses. Literally, I don't know for how many hours I was sitting meditating. I was completely one. I had forgotten. It was very cold. I had completely forgotten myself. It was only like as if I'm engulfed in the sound of these verses. When I opened my eyes, I started feeling cold because it was cold. It was evening and it was time for us to leave the place. While on the way, I started asking about things. And they said there is a mountain called Mahaganus. I'm like, Mahaganus? And next day, they took us to a village of Lord Ganesha. And they said, this, even though he was a Muslim tour guide, he said, this is the village of Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha sat down here, and this village was established by Lord Ganesha. To me, it was an eye-opener incident, eye-opener tour. And while I was meditating, in my head I'm thinking, why am I hearing Shankaracharya's shloka here so much? Because the legend that I had heard about Soundarya Lahari was that Shankaracharya went to Kailash. This is what I have heard from the South Indian version. Shankaracharya went to Kailash. While I was in Kailash, he had received some 5 Spatikilingams from his Guru Gaudapad, and then he had received a manuscript of Ananda Lahari. Nandi saw that and Nandi was very sad. Nandi took away half of the script of Ananda Lahari, and only 41 shlokas remained with Shankaracharya. He came back from Kailasha, and then the rest of the 69 shlokas, which are known as Soundarya Lahari, he wrote it himself. So the first part is a divine part. Ananda Lahari is a divine part. Ananda Lahari contains things about the mantras, about some yantras, all those deeper meanings, deeper significant part. And Soundarya Lahari describes the beauty of Ma Lalita. Soundarya Lahari was personally written by Shankaracharya. So this legend I knew, that he had come from Kailash. So my mind always related, Soundarya Lahari means Kailash. But no, in Srinagar my eyes was opened. So after all this, when they were saying, this is Pahalgam, I meditated and I'm like, no, I literally got this. I am seeing, this is Nandi sitting there. And I said, this is Belgaum. Belgaum means the gaon, the place of a bell, of an ox. Belgaum becomes Pahalgam. The bell is Nandi. The land of an ox becomes Pahalgam. So this is Belgaum. This is where Nandi stayed. Nandi stayed there while during that Amarnath Yatra, the thing that is celebrated is Lord Shiva takes Parvati inside the cave and sits down. Parvati has asked questions about liberation and other things. Parvati is always asking questions to Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva said, Nandi, you sit here, you protect us. Okay, you are going to be the guard. I am going and sitting with Parvati inside the cave. Nobody disturbs. And Parvati goes inside, and then they have spent that time. That period is celebrated as Amarnath Yatra. Now this Parvati, who is this Parvati? She is Lalita. She is Lalita tripurasundari. She. And the mountain called Mahaganus, and this is nothing but Mahaganesh. That becomes Mahaganus. and Ganesh, the village of Ganesha. That is okay. So I was so thrilled with all these experiences that is happening. Then I came to Dal Lake. I was staying in Dal Lake in a houseboat. So one night we are sitting, me and my husband, we were sitting outside, and drinking their kava, and in front of us, it was night, actually it was dark. In front of us there was a mountain, and we could see some series of light going on the mountain. So we called the Dal Lake owner and the houseboat owner, and we said, what is that mountain? So the owner is also a Muslim. He says, oh, that is the cave of Shankaracharya. And I'm like, cave of Shankaracharya? You mean Shankaracharya came here? He's like, yeah. So I said, we want to see that. My husband is like, tomorrow we'll go. Then he said, oh, there are around 250 steps to go to the temple. And I'm hearing the steps. I'm like, okay, 250 steps, who's going to climb? I don't think so. I have the mood to climb. We will go to the area, we'll do namaskar and we'll come back. So next day morning, we took the car, we went there near the area. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. And then once you reach to that area, it is impossible that you will not go to the cave. I was like, let's go now. We have come, now let's climb. So we walked all the way up, and when you reach the cave, one of the most beautiful temples, one of the most beautiful cave temple I have seen, and you sit down there in that cave where Shankaracharya sat down, you feel his vibration. And while I was looking at his face, I was shivering, I was in tears. I cannot even tell you the amount of ecstatic thrill I was experiencing. And while I was experiencing that, I came to know inside me that Soundarya Lahari, what I experienced yesterday in Pahalgam, the Anand Lahari and the Soundarya Lahari on the waves of the river, that Soundarya Lahari was written by Shankaracharya in this place, in that gufa, in that cave. I confirmed this with some of the people there, who lived there, that yes, this was the place where he spent a long deal of his time while in his Kashmir Yatra, and he wrote Soundarya Lahari there. Soundarya Lahari, Lahari means waves, Lahar means waves. Waves of beauty is Soundarya Lahari. Waves of bliss is Anand Lahari. And that Lahar, that wave, actually when you see the river, every wave that comes, what inspired Shankaracharya to write this Soundarya Lahari. He could feel the presence of Ma right in that Kashmir valley. So it's a beautiful state, beautiful valley. Please do take time off. All those who are listening, if you can go, definitely you must make a visit to this Shankaracharya's Gufa cave in Srinagar. And Srinagar, put in your mind, Srinagar is land of Sri Vidya. Srinagar is land of Sri Vidya. Ma, land of my Ma, Sri Mata. Okay? And I feel so grateful for Adi Shankaracharya. The way he united from top to, from the north of India, tip of north of India till the south of India. Lalita tripurasundari is worshipped from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everywhere. In all his matams, Lalita tripurasundari is worshipped. And you see how he walked. I mean, when you go to Kedarnath, Badrinath temple was established by him. It is amazing to see how many things he discovered, and he has made all these temples. Adi Shankaracharya, no doubt he was the incarnation of Lord Shankara. He knew. So the same Adi Shankaracharya who wrote this beautiful stotram in praises of Ma, we will begin hearing those shlokas. I'm trying to attempt to explain, but whatever good things you will hear, it is coming from him and my gurus. If there is something which I am not able to explain clearly, it is my weakness, my ignorance. Please forgive them.